Hey guys, I'm back here for another quick video here today. Today's Friday. We had some time here to do a quick video here for the day, but wasn't doing any work right now, so thought I'd do it around 12 noon for lunch. And we had a guy's job over here. He dropped this thing off about a week ago. He didn't care about how long it took to do the job's repairs, so he said, take your time on. So I said, okay, we'll call you back in probably about a week or two. So he was having main problems where the recoil unit was not functioning correctly on the machine at all. It wasn't pulling back, and he kept on pulling on a rope, and it kept on going click click click, like it wasn't catching on the recoil unit down inside the engine. It wasn't catching to pull the engine over so it would be able to fire up and start for him. And he told me he bought this machine about 7 or 8 months ago, and it's practically brand new according to him. So he purchased it, I guess probably back in March or something like that, and he'd been using it the whole summer from like April, May, June, July, August into September here, and it just started acting up on him here right now. And this is the Bolens BL110 machine. These things are relatively cheap, and unfortunately when you buy a cheap machine like this, the problem is the quality is not what it should be. And I always tell people, you can tell the difference between a good quality machine versus like a cheap low-end piece of garbage out there. You can locate the recoil unit. If the recoil unit is in the front of the engine, as this one is right here, their recoil unit is in the front of the engine where it connects to the shaft, versus the back of the engine. Typically, if your recoil unit is in the front, it's a cheap machine. If the recoil unit is in the back of the machine, it's a medium duty or like a professional type of duty machine out there for that. And that's one telltale way to verify what kind of machine you actually have and what the overall quality is for it. This one right here, I was looking them up online on eBay, Amazon, and a couple other various websites. They're only like about 70 bucks there for that, the cheapest price I'd find them for. And the rating they were giving them on is about 2.5 out of 5 stars, which means there are many dissatisfied people who actually purchased these things, and they took them back to the store because they were having problems hard starting. The recoil unit wouldn't work right. And I just want to show you what the recoil unit looks like on this one here specifically for that, and why the recoil unit failed on this Bolens machine right here. Here's the front cover right here. You get your Bolens BL110 right here as well too. That's your engine's cover on here. And the only way to fix this kind of problem on this machine is the recoil unit wasn't working correctly, so it needs a whole new recoil assembly on her for that. So you get to basically order a whole new unit of this right here directly from MTD's website, or you can buy it on Bolens.com, because Bolens is, as everybody knows, a subsidiary to MTD, so you can buy it on the Bolens website or the MTD. It's basically the same, same company in general right there for that, because MTD is a parent company for all of the MTD brands like Bolens, Cub Cadet, stuff like that. So you have to buy a whole new recoil unit when the item fails on here. Here's the failed item right here specifically for that. So let me get this out of the way. We had to disassemble the whole front end of the machine here and keep all the pertinent parts and stuff like that. This is what fails. You have this plastic ring right here. So this is what it looks like right here specifically. Your recoil. This is part of the recoil unit ring. This piece right here fails. This piece right here catches on the back of the recoil unit itself right here. You have your little teeth right here for your dogs, and what happens is this piece right here fails. Get that out of here. So you have this big crack area right here. See this big crack area? This thing just cracks over time, and it's basically a cheap part. I don't like telling people that, but we have to be totally honest about it. And the machine's a general cheap machine out here for that. It's only like 65, 70 bucks out there, brand new from the factory. And because of that, you have this failure prone part. I've seen this happen at least 3 times in about, I'd say about 1 year. We had a guy bring the machine over here. Almost the same identical machine right here, the Bolens BL110 machine here. Recoil unit wouldn't it wouldn't catch it. It kept on. He's pulling the recoil unit up here. He's pulling on a recoil. You see it, so you can pull it. It's working okay right now. The thing was, since this thing has like a 2-piece recoil unit on these machines here, You have your primary piece down inside there, and you have your secondary piece right here that actually catches onto the flywheel. So they have like a two-piece system on there. I don't know why they have that, but they do. I think I was looking online a few days ago, and they have this spring in here to try to provide more tension to you know, pull the thing over and provide I guess more of a positive you know, pull or something like that on her for that. And problem is these things fail on here as well too. Like I said before, this thing is like partially warped, and as you see right here, it is you know, damaged right here beyond repair, and you have to replace the whole entire housing on here, because the whole housing includes this piece right here as well too. It's about I think it's about 15-16 bucks depending on where you buy it, plus the shipping and handling and tax and stuff like that, plus the installation. So what happens is this piece basically mates up against the actual let me get this thing out of the way here, this covering on here. You have your dogs right here, these pieces right here made up against the flywheel keepers right here for it. You have these little pieces right here at contact right there as well too. So these pieces right here contact. Let me get a better light here, sorry about that. There we go, get better light there for you. So this piece right here, that contacts against these little ratchet area. I call them dogs, but you know what I'm talking about out there. And that's how it you know, contacts and spins the flywheel over specifically for this type of engine. So let me get a better shot here for you and see it better in the light. Trying to do this you know, one-handed out here in the ground here. So this thing basically mates up just like so against the flywheel on there. Just puts it against that and engages against the flywheel, and you rotate that around against the flywheel. And what happens is, I guess over time, the wear gets so significant on this plastic piece right here, it basically eventually fails. It's just totally disintegrated on there, just cracked, and that's why your engine, when you're trying to pull over the recoil unit, it starts going click, 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 click. It doesn't want to engage against the flywheels, you know, two paddles on, or the actual, you know, dogs where they go out like so, like a little fork, and engage on the ratchet piece right here as well too. So if you have a machine where it's not engaging correctly on the recoil unit, more than likely this problem right here is the failure point. Or if you have a traditional machine that does not have this you know, goofy setup on here, more than likely your recoil unit is damaged and needs to be replaced right there for that. So I just want to highlight a problem we've seen on multiple machines over here, especially these cheaper low-end machines like this one right here, because a lot of people in my area typically buy these because it's cheap, and it's a you know, a cheap initial upfront price. So they're not you know, spending a lot of money on something they might only use maybe 2 or 3 times a month in their yard out there for that. But the problem is, if you buy something cheap, guys, it's going to be failure. The failure rate's going to be a lot higher than buying a good Husqvarna or a good Stihl machine out there for that. So you have the option of, you know, trying to weigh the cost between, you know, buying something good out there versus buying something cheap. And typically, if you buy something cheap, you have buyer's remorse after you know, buying it out there maybe a few months down the road, or maybe a year later, because if you bring a problem like this to me, and you want to spend you know like 30, 40, 50 bucks on it, you might not want to spend that money because your machine's only worth like, you know, 60 bucks, you know, 60 to 70 bucks when you buy brand new out there. It might not be cost effective for you to do that versus buying a good Stihl or a good Husqvarna machine out there, so you can have something that's going to last a lot longer, that will not need any kind of you know, serious, you know, repairs or any kind of maintenance done on the machine, simply because the machine's built to a better standard versus your cheap junk like this one right here for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to drop me a message here, and I'll try to get back to you with some kind of a basic help or troubleshooting about a machine similar to this, and we'll go from there, guys. So just feel free to message me when you can. I'll see you. Have a nice day.